Numerical 2 on analysis of tension member. Today we are going to solve analyze problem on single angle tension member. A tension member having size 125 mm by 75 mm by 10 mm. So that is the unequal angle is connected to 12 mm thick gusset plate and a long leg is connected to a gusset plate. 16 mm diameter ordinary bolt of grade 4.6 is used. The position of bolt from the corner is 40 mm and staggered pitch is 60 mm. Determine the tensile load carrying capacity of the single angle tension member. This is 12 mm thick gusset plate. Angle of ISA Indian Standard Angle 125 by 75 by 10 mm is connected to the gusset plate, and it is given that long leg is connected to a gusset plate. That means long leg, this length of leg is 125 mm. Long leg is connected to the gusset plate and this leg length is 75 mm. Outstanding or unconnected leg is the short leg. And if you look at the elevation, the bolts are arranged in a staggered manner. And from the corner, the bolts are arranged at a distance of 40 mm. And that is given here. So first bolt is from 40 distance from the corner. And in load direction, the distance between one bolt to another bolt, center to center, is the pitch. So pitch is 60 mm and also in the end you have 40 mm as end distance. And the distance between center of adjacent bolt perpendicular to the loading direction is called as gauge. So here gauge is 40 mm and the bolt is attached 40 mm from the corner. So this is 40 mm and the remaining is 55 mm out of the total length 125 mm. This is the length of connected leg. So if you look at the problem, now this connection and the tension member, this is tension member and this is connection. Was already designed, and now we are here to analyze what is the load carrying capacity of this tension member. If the load carrying capacity or design load is already given, then you need to check whether the tension member's load carrying capacity is above or below the given load. If the load carrying capacity of tension member greater than or equal to the given factored design load, then it is safe. Otherwise, it is not safe. This is the conclusion of this numerical. We are going to find what is the load carrying capacity of this tension member. As we have already discussed, tension member may fail in three different modes. One is gross yielding, second one is rupture at critical section, third one is block shear. So these are the three different modes of failure the tension member may undergo, and we are here to find out what is the strength in gross yielding and what is the strength in rupture and what is the strength in block shear. Whichever is the least among The 3 is considered as the strength of the tension member. Now let's calculate the strength of tension member due to gross yielding. In IS 800-2007, from the class 6.2, it is given that design strength due to yielding of a cross section TDG is equal to gross area into yield stress of the material upon partial safety factor gamma m naught. So partial safety factor gamma m naught is given in table 5, which is 1.1. So we'll substitute that here. Strength due to gross yielding TDG is equal to gross area multiplied with yield stress upon gamma m naught. So what is the gross area? Now we know that the angle used as a tension member is ISA 125 up by 75 by 10 mm. That is the Indian standard angle. So if you go back to steel table or even IS 808, the detail has been given, and here is the steel table of unequal angles. So the legs are not of equal length, and the section is here ISA 125 75 and the thickness is 10 mm. For that thickness, the cross sectional area is 19.02 in centimeter square. As of now, we need to know only the area. So we are going to take this 19.02 centimeter square for our numerical. Area, gross area of ISA 125 by 75 by 10 mm is 19.02 centimeter square. And we know 1 centimeter is 10 mm. So if you want to convert 19.02 to mm square, so 1902 mm square. This is in mm square. Let's substitute in the equation. Gross area is 1902 mm square, and yield stress of mild steel is 250 Newton upon mm square upon partial safety factor gamma m naught 1.1. And if you substitute all the value, you will get 432.27 kilonewton. That means this is the strength of tension member in gross yielding, TDG. Similarly, we need to find the strength due to rupture. Again, if you see IS 800-2007 in class 6.3.3 for single angle connected to a gusset plate, the rupture strength TDN is equal to 0.9 AN FU upon gamma M1 plus beta AGO Fi upon gamma M0. First term is for connected leg, second term is for unconnected leg. So here the value beta is given, beta equal to 1.4 minus 0.076 into W by T into Fy by Fu into Bs by Lc. The beta value has to be less than or equal to Fu multiplied with gamma M1 upon Fy into gamma M1. And also the beta value should be greater than or equal to 0.7, where W is outstanding leg width. Let's see all those in detail when we calculate the beta value. First we'll write the equation TDN, rupture strength of a single angle, is 0.9 ANC, net area of connected leg into Fu, ultimate tensile stress, upon gamma M1 plus beta AGO, outstanding gross area of outstanding leg, multiplied with yield stress upon gamma M0. Now let's find one by one. See, we need to find what is the beta. We know gamma M1 is 1.25. Please refer table number 5. And gamma M0 is 1.1. And we know yield stress of mild steel is 250 Newton upon mm square. And ultimate tensile stress of mild steel is 410 Newton upon mm square. And ANC is the net area of connected leg. AGO is the outstanding leg's gross area. So we need to know three values: ANC, AGO and beta. If you know that, then you can able to calculate the strength of tension member due to rupture. First let's calculate beta. Beta is equal to 1.4 minus 0.076 multiplied with W by T multiplied with Fy by Fu, again multiplied with Bs by Lc. Okay, here W is the outstanding leg width, and if you see in this picture, this leg is connected to the gusset plate. So this is unconnected leg. Unconnected leg's length is the W. And if you look at our picture, this is our unconnected leg. The length of this leg is 75 mm. Because long leg is connected, 125 mm leg is connected. So this is 75 mm. So here W is equal to 75 mm. Outstanding leg width. Next, BS. BS is the shear lag width. Again, if you see figure 6 of IS 800 2007, BS, which is equal to W plus WL minus thickness. Okay, here is the W, outstanding leg width, plus WL is the distance between the corner to the center of bolt. And if you go back to our numerical, see, from corner to the center of first bolt which we have made is 40 mm. So that is WL. And if you substitute all those values, BS is W plus WL minus T. T is thickness of the member. So which is equal to W is 75 outstanding leg width plus WL is 40 mm minus thickness of the member is 10. And the value is 105 mm. And we know T is thickness 10 and we know W is 75 and BS is the shear lag width 105 mm. Now we need to know what is LC. So LC is the length of connection. And again, if you go back to our given numerical, the distance between center of first bolt to the center of last bolt is the length of connection. So 60 plus 60 plus 60, so 180 mm. So 3 times 60, 180 mm. That is the length of connection, and here length of connection is 180 mm. If you substitute, you will get the value of beta. So 1.4 minus 0.076 multiplied with 75 upon 10, again multiplied with yield stress 250 upon 410 multiplied with 105 upon 180, and you will get value as 1.197. Now it has to be less than Fu upon gamma m naught upon Fy by gamma m1, and also it has to be greater than 0.7. So it is sure greater than 0.7, but you need to make sure this value should be less than Fu by gamma m naught by Fy by gamma m1. So if you substitute, Fu is 410, gamma m naught is 1.1, and Fy is 250, gamma m1 is 1.25. The value of this term is 1.86. So this beta is between 1.86 and 0.7. So we can use this beta value as 1.197. Now there are two terms we need to calculate. Yet is the net area of connected leg and the gross area of outstanding leg. Now if you see this picture, this is the connected leg and this is unconnected leg or outstanding leg. This leg is connected leg. Okay, so let's calculate first the area of outstanding leg, gross area of outstanding leg. So what is the gross area? So simply width into thickness. See, whatever the width of this leg into thickness. But this is not a plate. This is angle. See, this is thickness. We have two legs. And if you want to calculate area, let's take this as B1 width and this as B2. Width of one leg is B1 and width of another leg is B2. If you want to calculate the area, what we do is, let's name this member as 1 and this member as 2. So area of first member is beta 1 into T. Similarly, area of second member is beta 2 minus thickness into T. So you know why I have subtracted thickness in beta 2? Because this thickness is common for beta 1 and beta 2 as well. So if you have added this thickness in beta 1, then the width, effective width is beta 2 minus thickness. So from here to here, this is the second portion's area. So I have subtracted thickness from beta 2. But if you are calculating it for angle, you should not subtract one thickness in one width. So instead, what we do is we subtract half thickness in both the width. So we do write like this: A1 is beta 1 minus T by 2 into thickness. A2 is equal to beta 2 minus T by 2 into thickness. So instead of subtracting a full thickness in one width, so we have subtracted half thickness in one width and half thickness in another width. So both are same, and we are going to do this way in our numerical. So that is why the gross area of outstanding leg is B minus T by 2 into thickness, and net area of connected leg. You know how to calculate net area. We might have seen in numerical one already. Width minus n times dia of hole plus n dash times ps square upon 4g minus t by 2 into thickness t. See here, t by 2 is the additional term in angle, otherwise which is similar to the equation which we have used for plate section. And when you are calculating the net area, again you need to check the possibility of failure pattern, different possibility of failure pattern. So first pattern is like this. So failure may happen by getting crack in this section 1, 2, 3, or the failure may happen even like this. So again, make sure that there should not be any bolt which holds the tension member and the gusset plate on right side of the critical section, because for tension member the critical section is here on the right side of the connection. So second pattern may be 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the two possible pattern of rupture. So we need to calculate area in both the pattern, and whichever is least, net area of connected leg. Now let's take section 1, 2 and 3. So area of connected leg, net area of connected leg is width of connected member. See, we are calculating only for connected members because we have done only connection between the long leg and the gusset plate. So that means width of connected leg is 125 mm minus how many number of holes are there in section 1, 2 and 3? You have only one hole. So minus 1 times the dia of hole. Now what is the dia of hole? If you go back to IS 800 table 19, for 16 mm diameter bolt, ordinary clearance, the clearance is 2 mm. So dia of hole is dia of bolt plus 2 mm. So which is equal to 16 plus 2. So dia of hole is 18 mm. So here dia of hole is 18 mm plus n dash. Is there any staggered failure pattern in our failure path 1, 2, 3? No. So this is 0. Minus thickness T by 2 multiplied with thickness T 10 mm, and you will get the value as 1020 mm square. Similarly, let's calculate the area, net area of connected leg for the cross section 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, let's name this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5. So now 1, 2, 4, 5. Net area of connected leg 1, 2, 4, 5 section, which is with 125 minus how many holes are there in our critical path? 1, 2, 4, 5. So there are two number of bolts. So 2 times bolt hole plus, is there any staggered critical path in our section? Yeah, yes, from 2 to 4. So the pitch in the loading direction is 60 in that staggered path, and the gauge is 30. So only one staggered line, and dash is 1. So staggered pitch is 60 square upon 4 times the gauge is 30 minus T by 2 multiplied with the thickness T, and the area we are getting is 1140 mm square. So whichever is least 1140, 1020, we have to use that as the net area of connector leg, and we know net area of connector leg, we know gross area of, we have to calculate gross area of outstanding leg. Now gross area of outstanding leg is width 75 mm minus thickness by 2 multiplied with thickness 10, 700 mm square. Okay, now we know every value. Now you need to substitute that in the equation. Again, let me write the equation. TDN is equal to zero point 0.9 area of connected leg, net area, into Fy by gamma m1 plus beta into gross area of outstanding leg multiplied with Fy upon gamma m0. Okay, let's write all the value. Area of net connected, least area is 1020. Ultimate tensile stress of minus steel is 410 by 1.25 plus beta value 1.197. Gross area of outstanding leg is 700 multiplied with 250 upon 1.1. So the value we are getting is 491.54 kilonewton. So this is the rupture strength of single angle connected to the gusset plate, 491.54 kilonewton. Now we have to calculate the block shear strength of the given connection. Again, if you go back to our connection, the possible mode of block shear failure first is like this. Block shear can happen like this. This member is stuck to the gusset plate and this will come out with the tension member. Second possibility is the block shear may happen like this. So among both the possibility, whichever gives the least block shear strength, that has to be used, or that is the strength of block shear. Let's draw the first possibility. Okay, first possibility is failure like this. Since we are applying tensile force, so this plane is under tension and this plane is under shear. So the width of shear plane is from the edge to the center of this board. So from edge 40 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 up to this. Okay, up to this. So which is 220 mm. So gross width of shear plane is 220 mm. Similarly, the gross width of tension plane is from here to this 55 plus 30, 85 mm. So we know the gross width of shear and tension failure plane, and we know the thickness of the connected leg is 10 mm. So for this failure plane, let's calculate area of shear under gross. So width is 220 into thickness is 10. So 2200 mm square. And net area in shear failure plane ABN is width minus how many number of bolts are there in shear failure plane? 1 and 2 complete dia. So 2 times the dia of hole is 18 into 10, which is equal to 1840 mm square. Gross area in tension is equal to width 85 into 10 mm is 850 mm square, and net area in tension ATN, which is equal to width minus how many number of bolts are there in tension failure plane? 1 bolt. So 1 times dia for 18 into thickness 10, which is equal to 670 mm square. Now let's substitute that in the equation TdB. Again, you have two equations. We need to substitute in both the equation. Whichever is least is the block shear strength of this failure pattern. Again, we have one more failure pattern. We need to calculate the block shear strength for that failure pattern, which is marked in green also. Okay, for this failure pattern, the block shear strength TdB is equal to ABG is 2200 into Fy is 250 upon root 3 into gamma m naught is 1.1 plus 0.9 into ATN is 670 into Fu is 410 upon gamma m1 is 1.25 or 0.9 into ABN is 1840, Fy is 410 upon root 3 into gamma m1 is 1.25 plus ATG is 850 into Fy4 yield stress 250 Newton upon mm square by gamma m naught 1.1. So the value for this equation is equal to 486.46 kilonewton, and value for this equation is 506.78 kilonewton. Similarly, you need to find out for the second failure pattern also. Let me draw the second failure pattern. Okay, second failure pattern is like this. Again, there are two shear plane and one tension failure plane in the tension member. So you know the width of shear failure plane is 220 mm, and here the width of tension plane, okay, is only 30 mm. But you have two shear failure plane in this failure pattern. A, B, G for this failure pattern is 2 into 220 multiplied with 10. So you will get 4400 mm square, and A, B, N is 2 times width minus there are. Again, if you go back to this, so in this shear failure plane, you have complete two holes are there, but in the above in the first shear failure plane, you have one and a half hole. So instead of multiplying with the 2, you need to calculate separately. So 220 minus 2 times the diapole into thickness 10 plus 220 minus 1.5 times the diapole into 10. So we are getting net area in shear is 3770 mm square. So area, gross area in tension ATG is width 30 into thickness 10 is 300 mm square, and net area in tension is, if you look at in our tension failure plane, you have only one half hole. So width minus 0.5 times the diapole 18 into thickness T, which is 210 mm square. Now here in the same equation, instead of 2200, you need to substitute 4400, and ATN here is 210, and the value we are getting is 639.34 kilonewton. Then here instead of 18403770 mm square, and instead of 850 here it's 300. The value we are getting here is 710.72 kilonewton. So whichever is least among the four is the block shear strength of the given tension member, which is 486.46. Now let's write all the value. The gross yielding strength of the given tension member is 432.27 kilonewton. The rupture strength of the given angle tension member is 491.54 kilonewton. Then block shear strength of the given member is 486.46 kilonewton. So whichever is least is the design strength, or is the strength of the given tension single angle tension member. Design strength of tension member, which is gross yielding strength 432.27 kilonewton. Thank you.